Hi, I'm Tina Talbot and I'm the author of the Survival Super Squad series of children's books. I'm absolutely delighted that the Caterham and District Independent have asked me to do this video, but I do need to apologise for the dog because he is refusing to leave me at the moment, so I'm hoping that he might just go off in the process of doing this video. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you basically the reason why I wrote the books in the first place, the reason being is that I was just passionate about giving nature a voice. I just wanted nature to be heard, so I have written 15 books in the series, and I've had 3 published so far, and I think the 4th and possibly the 5th ones will be published this year. So the characters that I have started with are the daring droplets, and basically they are 3 droplets, lovable characters, and they complete a water cycle in the first book, Coco, and then in the second book they basically I'm trying to teach children about how long the water cycle has been going for. So it's a book that starts 350 million years ago until today, obviously that would be a lot of information to put in a book, so I've done it in 6 diary excerpts, and hopefully the children enjoy reading them. So that's the daring droplets, and then the second characters or squad in the series are the willful wildflowers, I'm actually in the middle of completing the 3rd and final book for that one, but I've had 1 published this year, and then the next one will be published this year. But then apart from those, there will be other characters as well. So and I just can't wait to get them out, because they're just lovely stories, and I just can't wait to share them with the children. Before I perhaps read a little bit from the books, I just want to introduce you to some of the characters that I take on school visits with me. So these are the daring droplets, and this is Dazzle. And she's a firm favourite with the children, and she loves to dance, and she helps the sun paint rainbows in the sky. So that's Dazzle. Then I've got Drizzle. And Drizzle is the sporty one, and he's got a backpack, and he likes to parachute from the clouds onto the earth. And then we have my favourite, which is Dribble, and he loves to read just like me. So I think we're kind of like quite geeky, the two of us. So that's Dribble, basically the first book, the Daring Droplet World Water Cycle team, they basically go on an adventure, doing a water cycle and having a race, and at the end you find out who wins the race. And it's kind of aimed at the younger ones, and they sort of start off, meet the team, and then they start off on their adventure, and then complete the water cycle. And then at the end we've got a map just to teach the children. It's quite nice actually, because it's a game and they have to spot the droplets in there, so the children have a lot of fun with this when I go to the schools, which is really lovely. And then we have the Daring Droplets Diary, which is the second book in the Droplet series. I'm going to be doing 3 books in each series of characters, and I love this one because it definitely shows my geeky side, but I love the fact that it starts with the Carboniferous era and then ends in today's date. So when I go to the schools and read this book, so to keep them engaged, we have so this is the Carboniferous era, and it's the era of giant insects. So we have a spider in this one, and so this is the toy that I bring out when I'm at the schools. And this is my giant spider, and of course all the kids want to cuddle him. So and then next in the diary we go to the Cretaceous period, which is one of the dinosaur periods, which of course the kids love the dinosaurs. So this is my little dinosaur that comes with me when I do the school visits. And then we have the Ice Age, which again the kids love, and I think you've guessed it, it's the woolly mammoth, which the children love, of course. And then we go to the Middle Ages, which I love as well. I love the history side of this. I try and make it fun though, so it's not too dry. And I've got a dragon somewhere. Oh, here he is. Hold on a moment. And he's my dragon. And then we have the Industrial Revolution, when all the animals are doing less work actually because of all the machines that they're inventing. So there's my horse, and he's my horse when I go to the classroom visits. And then finally we've got this ends on today's date with obviously our issues of climate change, and I've just got all the pollution in the ocean here, and I've got a little polar bear, and he's the final cuddly toy, which of course the kids love to cuddle. So well, this is obviously before the lockdown, and hopefully after the lockdown. Actually at the end of this book, the children also have a chance to write what they predict their future is going to be as well, which I think is really important. So they're a couple of the Daring Droplets book. The last one I'm actually writing at the moment, and basically it's going to be, so the first one's sort of science and the second one's history, and the third one's going to be a kind of a literature based sort of theme to the story. And then we have the Willful Wildflowers. And basically they're wildflowers, and they go on a quest to find out which is the most beautiful. So at the end of the book you find out who is the most beautiful, and these series of books are based on Greek mythology, so the children learn a little bit in a subliminal way about ancient Greek mythology. So for example, I've got a little bit here about the Iliad, and also some poems that feature in the book as well. So it's a lovely educational but fun book. Anyway, and I think that I really believe that reading is very good for our well-being, because being transported into another world is a great form of escapism, and I think it's incredibly important. And I do try to have a sort of well-being educational kind of message in the books as well, but especially in the Willful Wildflowers, which is all about beauty being on the inside as well as the outside. So if I may, I will read you a little bit from the book. This is, for example, the bit where they find the wise owl, who then teaches them a little lesson. And excuse my glasses as well, because during lockdown they broke and I haven't been able to get them mended, so it's a little bit embarrassing, but anyway. So here we go. Take pride in your individuality, the wise owl continued. Each one of you is unique, and this is what makes you special. Never forget how important you all are. You endure harsh weather and strong winds to help the pollinators survive. He stopped for a moment to reflect on the situation. My final answer to your question is that you are all beautiful in your own different ways, for the simple reason that the world needs you all for your differences. When you learn to be proud of who you are, then and only then will you be at your most radiant. And I love the messages I get from the children when they read this book, because it empowers them and makes them feel that they're just as good and special as everybody else, which is lovely. So that's just a little example and a little bit brief introduction into the Survival Super Squad, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait for all the other books to be published and come out, and I hope you enjoy those too. So anyway, thank you for listening.